Show, where we're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? Hope you're ready to get this day started. Good morning. Good morning. Let me. I came back in here. Um, I don't mind doing the morning show outside. I enjoy it, but I also can't go live on any of the other platforms because um, I need more software. I need more computers and more software. So good morning, good morning, Miss Lowry. How you doing, friend? Good morning, Sandra. How you doing? It's gonna be a good day, y'all. It's gonna be the most amazing day. If y'all missed yesterday's show, I promise you want to go back and watch it. Yesterday's show was really, really good. Honey, good morning. Good morning, Creed. Oh, thank you, Creed. Tell them I'm glad they enjoyed the video. I'm glad you got it. I forgot that fast. So, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Phyllis Morning Show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? Please make sure you share the show. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Phyllis Morning shows over there and subscribe. It costs you nothing to do that. Okay. We have the podcast, we have the movie, we have the books, we have all the things. So yesterday we talked about wide acknowledgement. Like we have all of these thoughts. I just want to do a quick review. We have all of these thoughts. We acknowledge all the things, but in the Bible, it talks about wide and narrow is the gate. In that narrow gate is what you got to be mindful of what you're bringing in to all of your into your atmosphere, into all of your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your skin, your body. You got to pay attention to that narrow thing that you're bringing in, because wide is the way, wide is the gate. Like you will have a gazillion thoughts, but it's what comes through that small narrow gate that's important. And so when we have acknowledgement of wide things, that's fine. We can see all the things, but we need to narrow it down and focus. And yesterday we used the example of health is what we talked about yesterday. So go back and watch that. Good morning, Tammy. And so go back and watch that because yesterday's show was really good. So wide acknowledgement where you have the acknowledgement of all the things, but narrow is the gate that you got to come through. Okay, there ain't no option for that. That's just what that's just how it's fixing to happen. And then the day before that we talked about time and disrespect and how you disrespecting yourself with your time, but then you get mad because you say you ain't got the time, but you don't want disrespecting you. And so today I want to talk. So we've talked about a lot this week, but I want to ask you a question. And so when we argue for our limitations, and I want to kind of combine it with last Friday, where and I used the Bible for example. And Job talked about the thing that I feared. His greatest fear was this, and his greatest fear came to be because it was what he spoke about. Even though Job lived a very good life, right? He had all the things, but the greatest fear, that thing that in that narrow gate that kept coming through, was his greatest fear of this thing happening. And that was the very thing that happened to him. Period. So if we're not paying attention to the narrow gate and in our acknowledgement of the wide things, and if I'm arguing for my limitations to say, like yesterday, I talked about, changing my health, that if I start out saying that, well, I got to change my health because, and I list all of my problems out first, it is negating the good that I said I wanted to do. So why can't I just lead with the good? So there's no separation. So if you want to If you want to live a healthy lifestyle, you're not waiting with your time and disrespect of one day. That day is today. So my choices are, when I say I'm healthy, is that if that's what I am, that's how I live, that's how I operate. There is no explanation. There is no one day. It is this day. I am it. So if we're arguing for all the things, we understand the wide and narrow, and we understand that our greatest fear, that if I keep thinking about it and I keep looking at it, that's what I'm going to attract more of. Can we ask the question, how good can it get? Do we ever ask the creator, how good can it get? Or do you say, Lord, what else? Because usually when you say, Lord, what else? Or Jesus, Lord, don't add nothing else to my plate, it ain't in a positive way. Good morning, Miss Love. So what happens when you say, how good can it get, in the affirmative, and you leave it with that? So every day, I've been doing this for a couple of months now. How good can it get? Show me the best that you have for me this day. And I always have the most amazing day. It is because in that narrow gate, and if I'm putting my hands here and I'm feeling the words come to life as they're leaving my lips, how good can it get? Show me the best that you have for me today. And then every word that proceeds out of my life out of my mouth is then life. Then that's what we get. Good morning, Kimberly. So let's ask the question today: how good can it get? Instead of you focusing, and I'm you meaning me, instead of focusing on the limitation of why we can't do, think about just how good can this thing get? How good can this thing be? How good if I only focus on the good? Y'all, there's some people that mean to tribulate every day. The trials and tribulations, y'all know that part in the Bible? They mean to focus on the trial and the tribulation. They don't mean to look at anything else on the affirmative or the positive. So if you can ask today, how good can it get? And you stay in that mindset just for the day, even if you can't hold it for the whole day, if you can hold it for the rest of the Fearless Morning Show or after the Fearless Morning Show, how good can it get, right? And you think about that, and then allow yourself to accept the good. I'm in a season of receiving. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I'm in a season of receiving because a lot of times as women, we don't ask and we don't receive help. We don't ask and we don't receive. In the past 2 months, people are saying, hey, Jan Mitra, I can do this for you. Normally I would say no. Now I'm saying yes. Yes, thank you. And accepting and receiving all my abundance, because what I'm finding is, and y'all know we talked about that my faith is elastic, and as we stretch it and grow, and that before I could even ask, the supply was there. So when we understand the law of supply and demand, before you can demand it, the supply was there. Before I was even called to do the morning show, the ask was already there. So what I'm doing is the end result of what is already there. Okay, y'all with me? So if I'm living in understanding that my supply is already there before the demand, and if I've already asked how good can it get, and somebody comes to say, hey, I was thinking of you and I'm giving you this, or I'm offering you this, that is your supply to your demand. That is the creator saying, this is how good it can get. When you say, no, never mind, because I'm strong, I don't need nobody, I can do this, but I've been doing it by myself. I've been a single woman. I've been raising my kids. But the blessing and the ask that you ask for, you're pushing away, and you are disrespecting yourself, not only the creator, but yourself, and saying, no, don't help me. Because when people help me, they always want something. The creator said, before you even ask, I've already made the supply. But if you keep pushing it away, I'm going to give the supply to somebody else. Right. Things have changed. So then we get, and here when we get angry with the disrespect of ourselves, we see other people with more supply than what we have, and we're mad. Why she got this? Why she got that? Well, it came to you when JoJo said, "Hey, I can help you with that. Let me bless you with that." No, girl, I'm okay. It's just a rough period. No, understand the law, understand supply and demand, understand the I am statement. The more you understand the I am, right? The more you understand your I am and that you sit in that and that you are part of I am, and your words can't come back to you void. So the thing you ask is what you're going to receive. But when it comes, you got to be able to receive it. So I'm in the receiving phase. Thank you. I say thank you. Now, part of me may say, Lord, I don't want people to think this, honey. No, the law says so. Before JoJo, you even asked, I understood that this was going to come about and that this is going to be how it's going to be. Yes. Kimberly, yes, you are. Kimberly has blessed me a couple of times. Thank you, Kimberly. So in the supply and demand, we have to understand that we've got to be in a receiving business. So how good can it get today? When you go in the store, or before you start talking to people, before you go wash your face, brush your teeth, before you get on the phone call, before you get out the bed, say to yourself today, how good can it get? Show me how good it can get. Now, at the end of the day, you may say, JoJo, ain't nothing happened though. I ain't seen nothing. Your car had gas. It had insurance. They didn't repossess the car today. You got food in the house today. All of your utilities on and they was not cut off today. You had clothes. You in a cool house because it's hot outside. You got the hair on your head, use of all your limbs. You can speak, you can talk, you can hear, you can articulate. So before you say, I didn't see any of the how good it can get, you can start with the basics of how good it can get. And in that, be thankful. Because when we start disrespecting all the things that are around us, those things begin to go away. That's what I'm trying to say. So on this great, most amazing day, as we've talked about all the things all this week, today when you think about how good can it get? How good can it get? How good can it get for you today? Do not insert the word. And here, y'all, I think we forget how often we downplay ourselves and who we are. It can happen, like it can happen for Miss Lowry, but it can't happen for me. It can happen for Sandra, but it can't happen for me. It can happen for Tammy, but it can't happen for me. Who said that? Who said that, JoJo? Oh, because she always did that. She always knew what to do. No, she was always receiving what was given to her in the abundance. Just for the day, I need you to accept your abundance. Oftentimes we turn our abundance away because we don't like asking people for help. And sometimes your abundance comes in the space of somebody helping you achieve the thing. You got to have somebody that's walking this journey with you. Y'all with me? That makes sense. So when we say it can be for everybody but me, who told you that? Who said that? Why can't your abundance and your blessings be, if not greater than anybody else? And the only separation is the understanding that there is one. You the one saw that separation, nobody else. The blessings they received is them understanding I am, and that abundance is their birthright, and honey, it is theirs for the taking. If you don't take, that's not their fault. They got a nice house, you want one, receive it. Now, when we talk and when we talk about that receipt, the ask, and it's already there, that in-between phase, y'all remember we talked about pathways and pathologies? And pathways is the same thing that you do over and over. And the pathology is the cause and effect. I'm doing the same thing over and over. And this is the cause and effect to get this outcome. We talked about that. So if I say I am healthy, I already have a six-pack, then my operating differently there's no difference in me operating. So I operate as if I have a six-pack. So if I had a six-pack, then I'm working my way backwards. I understand that if I have a six-pack, that meant months ago I was working out to get my one ab. That doesn't mean I sit and wait for one day. You know what? Let me wait till Monday. Let me wait till Friday. Let me wait till Saturday. Ooh, let me wait till I get some new workout clothes. Ooh, wait till I can get somebody to go with me because, I can't go by myself. There is no separation in what I said I am and me doing it. So if I say I'm a multimillionaire, me and the pathways and the pathology to it, if I'm multimillionaire, I'm paying attention to my money every day. I'm doing money-making activities every day. So that's what I do. If I'm healthy, then I do the healthy lifestyle. I don't have to explain. And we talked about that yesterday. I don't have to explain why I am because this is the lifestyle that I already am. So there's no separation. There's no difference between it and me because it's so. Y'all with me this morning? So on this great day, on this great, most amazing day, I want you to think about and ask yourself, how good can it get? How good can it get? How good can today get? Can it get any better than this? And if the answer is yes, then honey, receive the good that it can get because it's coming. So if you understand that I am, and if God lives in you, his word also lives in you, and the word says his words can't come back to him void, that means your words can't come back to you void. Remember, we put our fingers here and we feel our words come to life. I am blessed. I am healthy. So these are the words coming to life that cannot come back to me void because I am lives here inside of me. So when I say those words and they can't come back to me void, I better pay special, careful attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of your mouth? Because you will have what you say. You will. If we are clear, if we understand very well, and I've really been paying attention to this, and I've been every chance I get, and I'm getting on my kids' nerves, I'm showing them what I say is what I get, right? When I said I wanted like a cabinet for all of my books, I found this one, got it really cheap. When I said I wanted to, whatever I say I wanted to do, it came, in the separation of me not having it and having it was the understanding of that it was already mine. And I show that to the girls all the time. Consciously or subconsciously, you're creating your world. Whether you say, Lord, I ain't gonna have no money after I pay this bill, that's what's going to happen. Period. I've been there and done that. I'm only telling you what I already know. Been there and done that. So if I say I'm fixing to be sick after I eat this food, that's what's getting ready to happen. If I say boy, this is gonna be bad, it will be. This about to be ugly, it will be. This friendship is trash, it is. This relationship is horrible, it's magnified. Whatever you say, you shall have. Period. So on this great, most amazing day, ask how good can it get? How good can it get? And what is that how good for you? Even if, and it, listen, here, this is what I came to understand years ago. If I'm going to pray, and if I'm going to ask, and if I'm going to do it with understanding this mind, why not ask for all the things? Why start with the small? I'm going to start with the big because the small is coming. I'm going to start with all the things. Period. And then the more is going to be there. But in receiving more and understanding that, you got to understand the law. And the law says, if you what's that Bible? Miss Lyra still on here. What's the Bible verse? Or Sandra, anybody that know that? I know Miss Lyra is a pastor. Are you a pastor, Miss Lyra? I know she's a preacher. That when you whatever you ask, if you ask amiss, what Bible verse is that? So when you ask with the understanding that you ain't fixing to get it, or you ask with the understanding, or if you ask, it's not aligned with who you truly are. you won't get it. What Bible verse is that? I feel like I know that. So when I'm asking with the understanding that I am that lives here, and I am says dominion over this here place. My foundation is made with rubies. Take the sides off the tents. I'm more than blessed, more than abundant. Then when I go to the understanding part of that, then what I ask for is aligned with who I am, then it is so. If I'm asking and I ask amiss, and this is JoJo's own interpretation, honey, go read it for yourself. If I ask, but in the back of my mind, I'm saying, but it ain't, I'm asking because JoJo said I could, but I don't believe it because I think she crazy and I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm asked though, and you don't ask with the belief, or you don't believe with the understanding that it is so, it will never be. And then let's go back to yesterday. We disrespect ourselves with our time, and we disrespect ourselves with our thoughts. And then we big mad because we didn't get what we prayed for, or the thing that we needed and wanted didn't come. Did you believe it could? Or did you say, I'm just asking, because they said that's what I'm supposed to do, but you didn't believe it though? Was it your greatest fear? Job said it was his greatest fear that this thing was happening. Even though Job had all the things, he kept talking about his greatest fear was this, and that came to pass. Why would we state our greatest fear and focus on that? Remember, wide acknowledgement, see all the things, but narrow is the gate. What is the thing that's coming through this gate that I'm acknowledging, that I'm giving life to? Somehow, some way, that greatest fear slipped in and it became reality. So in this most amazing day, I want you to ask yourself, how good can it get? How good can it get today? Just for the day. Then receive it however it comes. It may come in somebody blessing you. It may come in somebody giving you a compliment. It may come in somebody just helping you get the groceries out the car. It may come in somebody holding the door for you. But ask, how good can it get? And then be on the lookout for it, because it's coming. I promise you. That I can promise. I'm telling you. So on this most amazing day, I want y'all to be peaceful, period. That's right, Sandra, honey. Have faith that it is. Because that's all because there's nothing else. Either you have faith that's going to, or you have faith that's not. Ain't no in between. Ain't no in between. Either you believe it or you don't. Either it is or it ain't. It will or it won't. It can or it can't. It should or should not. Would or would not. Some of us saying that we go straight to the can't, won't, couldn't, shouldn't. We never tried the can, would, and should. So ask, how good can it get? And then receive that today. So on this most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. Okay? There's nothing after that. I want you to have the most amazing day ever. Okay? I want you to go stand in the sunshine today and ask, how good can it get? If you're in the car, if you're already at work, just say, how good can it get? Whisper it to yourself all day. I promise things will be better. There is no separation from it. When you understand the law, before you ask, it was already supplied. Before you were called, it was already answered. So we're operating in the end of a thing already. So if I'm a millionaire, I'm operating in the millionaire end. Period. If I have a six-pack already, I'm operating in the six-pack stage. I've got to maintain it. So me maintaining it is working out, eating right, doing. So there's no separation. So on this great, most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to a YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Y'all, yesterday was Rosie's last day of school. My baby graduating next Thursday. I'm so excited. Don't forget, Sister Rise is coming up. There's the link right there so that you can grab your tickets. If Sister Rise is not for you, if you're not ready for that, I will be doing the Sister Rise one day intensive. You can grab your tickets there. So on this great, most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period. Thank you, Tammy. I want you to be peaceful, period. I want you to have the most amazing day. Ask yourself, how good can it get? How good can it get? And stay in that. Stay in that feeling. Stay in that understanding that something miraculous and wonderful is happening. And you are witnessing it all day today. All day. So please make sure you share the show. And I'll see you guys. And I've been thinking I thought yesterday was Thursday. I woke up thinking today is Friday. So here's what y'all need to pray for. Pray that I have some hair by the end of the day. Because when I tell you I'm so happy, and I'm either going to a brush cut or a curly afro, we 2 seconds from making it happen. Thank you, Sandra. I tell her. That's what we need to be asking and believing for today. Is JoJo gonna have some hair by the end of the day? So on this great, most amazing day, have a good one. Please make sure you share the show, and I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one. Right, Kim. I know Kim got an afro, and I'm really thinking about it. So but I need just enough so that I can put some braids in it. So, because my hair, when it's straight, it's about right here. So I know I'm gonna miss it because that grow back phase is atrocious. That's what's really keeping me from growing it, from cutting it off, is I keep thinking about that grow back phase. I just need a little bit on there to keep some braids in it so it can grow. But we shall see. I may put some braids in it this weekend just to Tammy. See, when my hair is straight, y'all supposed to be going. When my hair is straight, it don't stay straight for long because I sweat. And so the ends may be straight, honey, but them roots is rough. So I'm thinking about going to get it braided. I don't even know if I want to do it myself. Listen, that's why I got braids in February. It was either that or cut it off in February. So I've been going through this phase for like 2 years now. So I'm about ready. To cut it all off. So, but we shall see. All right, guys. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.